Hey y'all! Listening to some title screen music here. It's oddly like Frenchish. Um I think this might be the last episode of Dracula 3. It's been a fun time. Um I will say that I think I mentioned this before, but my feelings about this game remain extremely positive and extremely negative. I think that with just a little bit of polish on it, a little bit of rounding, it would be a very good puzzle game. But as such, it is what it is. I doubt we're ever going to get another remaster, because they already did and made it worse. Their mobile port, I'm told, is absolutely abysmal. Anyway, we finally got out. The bracelet must have been on the lip of the well, next to the mirror. I should put everything back in place. I can take the mirror. So if I put the bracelet here, it returns me to the present. My bracelet!
Found my bracelet! At last! The party started a long time ago. One moment! I'll fix my hair. You're perfect. Put on your bracelet, put down your mirror, and follow me fast.
Cool. Very cool. That was a very fat woman. She. I can actually slide these out. Are you serious right now? Hold on. Let me grab this mirror before I forget. I have this kind of power? What the? What am I? I am like already a vampire. Okay. Let's look around real quick before we just jump into that nest. Nothing over here that I can tell. Alright, we left Peckmaster to die. Despite the fact that we put in extra effort to prevent him from dying, I'm quite confident that's going to happen to him. What am I? I am already 9/10 of a vampire. Another feather. It's my third feather. What happens at the end of the route? The initiate must perform one last rite. He won't be able to unless he's understood all he's achieved before. That is, if he knows the order of the trials, as well as the objects and symbols related to each of them. Okay. I still don't quite understand the order, and I don't understand how I've completed them, so I can't say I'm well prepared for this exam. But we will do our best. So we can place an object here. And an object here. What does this say? This is another writing thing, isn't it? Okay. Well, I want to check some stuff. First off, I can draw things here, right? Is this one of the symbols? It is. Okay. Good to know. So it's going to be like object, symbol. I don't know what this is for though. Do I don't even have very many objects left. I do have a bunch of feathers. I somehow doubt that a monkey wrench is one of the objects. This moon is glitching out, yo. We trace the trident. Okay. We need to figure out which one's the first one. How do we know which one is the first one? It's like 90% of what I don't understand is the numerology. 2 eggs. A jackdaw's nesting in its mouth. Oh, it's an extinguished torch. Okay. Do I have to light all of them? Y'all? Okay, but I don't have any... How do I know which one is number one? Which one is number one? What's this? Okay, let me look at the... In particular, want to look at the very early one here. Because this is a depiction of this room. Okay. So underneath this thing... Do they have different faces? This looks like a lion. No, they all have the same face. As far as I can tell. How are they numbered? Like, I don't understand. Like, we're gonna need a hint. I mean, almost certainly. They all have the exact same facing. I was thinking it might be like the sundial, but that's not right, because the sundial goes to 13. Or it might be like the chalice thing, but that also goes to 13. But there's only 7 of these. Which one is number 1? First off, trial number 1 is to bleed. Oh, what am I doing? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What objects do I even have that would represent bleeding? Garlic? Feather? Syringe? Can I draw blood from myself? I'm really not sure. There's nothing on this which indicates the number. Like, we've really just gotten no hints about the numerology of this all game, I feel like. Alright, let's grab a hint. Maybe there's something about the numerology we can see without hinting too much of it. Okay. Alright, complete the ritual. 7 large pillars with faces carved onto them. The purpose of this area is to allow you to show that you fully understand the 7 steps of the path of the dragon. For each pillar, you need to put the item that's associated with that step in the mouth of the lower carved face, then sketch out the symbol for that step on the drawing board. Yep, that I knew. So there are 2 major things you need to figure out before you can get started. Which one's which? I don't... Examining the peak names on the map, you'll see that one of them is called Mount of Offering. Peak of Sacrifice. Peak of Sacrifice is Fox's Peak? What? Okay, hold on. Alright, so what this hint is suggesting. A, this hint mentions nothing about order, so maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe we could just do them in whatever order we want. I suspect it does matter, because that one has eggs in it. But let's find the map. Mountains, photo. Map of Turkish prison. Okay. So this is apparently a very important one. Because it tells you the symbol on each of the mountains. Chilikadag. Fox Peak. Mount of Offering. Mount of the Dragon. Mount of Death. Mount of Purifying Fire. Mount of Punishments. Yeah, so these are the 7 trials. So it starts with Offering. We can't see the symbol of Offering, oddly enough. But this is a spear on this one. The spear goes with the direct... Oh, maybe it's not, actually. Death. Punishment. Punishment is the one with the nails. Peak of Sacrifice is the upside down cross. Okay. So like let's hypothetically say we wanted to fill the fire and nails one. Oh, actually we should do that one last because we have to light all of them. Maybe it's the hammer for like the nails, right? And then its symbol is the swastika. I'm not very good at swastikas. Okay. Let me try that once more. No, what's the swastika symbol? Oh my god. No one in their right mind has ever drawn a swastika. Okay, I think I've just got it oriented the wrong way. I want to see, where does that symbol appear on here? Or maybe it doesn't. It does not. Okay, well. Okay. Let's assume we've gotten this correct. Hammer and nails, punishment. Let me compare that to the map as well. Where's the map? Map of Turkish prison. Okay. So the Mount of Punishment goes with the swastika. Yes. Okay. And then the other one it gives me the symbol for is Fox's Peak, which is the upside down thingy. Let's just draw it here for starters. So is that gonna count? It did, yay! Okay. And then what is the symbol of the Fox's Peak? Or what is the object, I mean? Oh, wait, no. Actually, I don't know. What is the object of the fox's thing? Documents. Fox stuff. What is the object? I have no idea. What is the object? I mean, there's nothing in here but the foxes and grass and trees. I guess hounds. Doggos. Hmm. Feathers, chains, coins, bombs, garlic, host. I don't know. I think we're gonna need more support than this. I am gonna take a couple of hints on this. Upside down crucifix, yeah. Fox meat pentagram. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that's all fine. What are the objects, though? Up on level. Okay, so the step one, the offering. Looking through documents, you'll find that the blood offering document that you got from Steph and Luca and the related blood offering document that you got from the sarcophagus at Fox Peak. Yep. Remember that you were specifically told that the blood offering sketch had to do with the first step of the part of the dragon. Yep, I was told that. Both sketches show someone spilling their own blood into a container. What has Father Arno done that would be equivalent to that? He drew some of his own blood. For step paths. Yes. So it's the syringe. So step one is the syringe. Let me just write these down. Let's go through them, and I'll see. I'll tell you what I guess and what then what the thing here tells me. So we've got step one was the sacrifice, and I'm guessing the symbol for that is the syringe. I do not know its symbol yet. Step two is the offering or the sacrifice, whatever. And it goes with the ox, and as well as the vase that has the woman being stabbed. I do not know what its symbol is. But it does have leaves. Yeah, that's the one with the leaves. This is one with the 4 leaves. Okay. Da, da, da. Okay. Apparently it's the medallion, which I would have never guessed. And that's just because that's what was like I didn't so okay, what this is saying, I'm looking at the hint now, is that Luca is the sacrifice, the guy who was shot in the middle of the night, because he died in a room filled with those symbols. Not because I sacrificed him, just because he was like this is not a good puzzle. We're gonna have to do this for everything. The note, the hint here even says that it's a very vague clue. The hint is that Luca was killed next to the oak tree painting, which the symbol in the fox paintings, there's a bunch of oak plants. All right, so this means that we need to put in step 2, this one here, the fox, or not the fox. Okay, hold on. We should start at number 1, I guess. What did I put here? So that's punishment. I don't know what this is. I was just testing it. But I'm gonna do this one as step 1. We might need to move things around. But apparently the medallion goes here. And then to find its symbol, we want to look at the mountain photos. Mountain photo. I don't see how this helps me. So, like, they had just saying that there's this huge correspondence between the mountains of the prison and the symbols on the mountains. Each mountain represents one of the trials. But we can't see any of the other mountains from this. We don't know which one this is. But then the other mountain photo, we scrolled back to it. This one. Remember, I noticed this. There's this thing here. There's the pi symbol, and there's the and then the upside down fork. So these are all adjacent. So it's 3 more symbols. Upside down fork. Pi symbol and that. Let's go back to the photo of mountains. Map of Turkish prison. Where are you? Okay, let's go down to this. Upside down dagger. So note that there are 4 mountains for which we don't know the symbol for. So it's, and they were in order in that photo, so it's these things. Well, this one is 3. That makes this one 4, this one makes this one 2. That makes the upside down fork the one? Okay. Okay, so that's 3. Let's do 2 here. So let me draw it correctly. Okay, upside down crucifix. And that goes with this. And then let's go here. This is apparently the fork. And the item this goes with is the syringe. Oops, not this. Because the syringe is what I use to give blood away. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3. The fox item is the what is the fox item? Oak leaves? What was it? Wait, what was the fox item? Second step is Luca's medallion, right? And then the third step, yes, I've already seen all of those. You see a bird. Okay. So apparently it's a bird, it's a feather. Let me show you what that looks like. So in the if I go to these and I look at the fox things, see this bird here? And then the bird vanishes in this one. So it's a raven feather. Which we only need one. Alright, and then 4 is the swastika. Which looks like this. Okay, and its item, I believe, is the hammer, if I had to guess. Let me verify that. Swastika and hammer. Fourth step. Mm-hmm. What? This also uses the syringe? What? I thought that I used the syringe in the first step. What? Okay, hold on. Alright, it's not the hammer. I need to go back to number 1 and take this. Apparently, in the mouth of one of these is just sitting my bottle of blood. What the hell? It's my 814. There it is. Oh, what kind of dumb, stupid thing is that? And then what goes here is the syringe, because it's most similar to a nail. This is pretty similar to a nail in my opinion, but whatever. Alright, let's go over to number 1 and put my blood thing in here. Okay. Alright, so then here we got the fire. The 5th step. Yes, mountain purifying fire. I think I understood most of this. I just don't know what its symbol is. I did notice the difference. It was the spear. Holding a torch. Upper carved head on the pillar has a torch in its mouth. Okay. So the thing here is that one of these has a torch in its mouth. Oh, there. No. Which one has a torch in its mouth? Oh, I just light it. Okay. So this is the only one that should be lit? Is that right? And the rest should not be lit. Alright, and the torch's symbol, I do not know. We're gonna move on from that one. I want to see if I can guess that one myself. But apparently all of these need to be put out because it's only the fire one that should have it. Alright, but next to the fork, based off of that photo of the mountains, should be the pi symbol and then the ladder. So this one should be the pi symbol. Mm-hmm. And then this one should be the ladder, which I believe it was 4 rungs. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cool. And I don't know this one's symbol. So this is not the nails. That one's the fire. So it goes sacrifice, or sorry, yeah, offering, sacrifice, fox, punishment, fire, and then this one is... It's not coming to my head all of a sudden. Fire, sixth is death, right? This is the one where you go to a funeral, yeah. Coin. What? It's the coin again. How is this one the coin? I thought this one was the coin. But yeah, this one is... Oh, we're gonna have to check some things. I'm trying not to read too much of it and trying to fill it in with as much as I can. Just because I'm trying to... I want to do this as much as myself as I can, in a timely fashion, of course. But I need to I apparently, did not properly read the clues, or enough of the clues for, number 2. Oh, the chain. Okay, because it was Luca's chain. Okay. So the chain goes there. Okay. Okay. All right. So we need to go back to this. So we apparently sacrificed Luca. That didn't really come across to me. I like that they're testing you on your understanding of things, but nothing makes any sense. Okay. And then this one is the coin, and then this is the last one, the dragon. What goes here? Is the mirror, because of the guy bathing in the river. Yeah, okay. So let me put out the extra torches. Oh, it's just that one. Okay, it's all correct. So then that leaves just the symbol for this one, right? So the final symbol is the symbol of fire. Is it a diamond? No. Let's see if we can figure this one out on our own. So we can't see, this is one of the ones we can't see here. Let's go to the no. Let's go to the mountains of Turkish prisons. Turkish prison, Turkish prison, Turkish prison, Turkish prison. Turkish prison, Turkish prison. Map of Turkish prison. Okay. So star, swastika. So it would be this one, which we cannot see. I've already like very heavily examined all of the photos regarding this. Fire, fire, fire. Fire. What could the symbol be? So the only thing that changes is this guy's torch. It changes from that to a spear. Purifying fire will be your servant. I believe you. I believe you. All right, what's the hint for this? Symbols for each. Purifying fire. In the small mountain photo. Wait. Okay. Okay. So I did miss something. Let me go to this one. This is apparently the important one that I didn't see anything for. There is apparently another symbol visible here. I don't see shit. Oh, right there. I didn't realize that was something. So one of the symbols that's missing is the sideways hourglass. Okay, so this is actually the first one, and not the. We need to move everything over one. So this is actually the sideways hourglass. There we go. And then this one is the trident. And that makes sense, because the trident is Dracula's symbol, if I recall, from earlier discussions. And this one is pi. And then the next one over is the tower. Is that gonna work? It did. Nice. Okay, we did it! Yahoo! There was a fair amount of help there. I think I didn't. What was not made clear about this whole thing was that the numerology actually doesn't really matter. And also, like, the events that I've gone through in the story that made up these passage of trials were never clear. Like, I never sacrificed fucking Stephen Luca. He just got shot in the face by a peckmaster of all people in the middle of the night. Why would that count as me passing that trial? Alright, well, let's go. Under this flagstone lies the body of Vlad the Great. Hey, Vladdy B. Vladdy G. Alright, bye. I'm leaving. Peace. I can just leave. What's this do? What does that do? I don't know. What to do now? My God, guide me. Alright, we'll grab... Oh, we're lagging in the menu again. We'll grab the stake and hammer. Boom. Did that work? It did not? Nothing happened? Should we try it again? He didn't even move. How rude. Let's try a bomb. If I set off this bomb, the crypt would collapse. I'll only use this weapon as a last resort. Okay. Probably not the bomb. Let's pour some holy water on him. Okay, I poured it on him. Oh, he's weakening. Let's staple a crucifix to his chest.
Father Arno, it's Professor Kruger.
What? Is somebody calling my name? Professor von Kruger! Father Arno, at last I've found you. But what are you doing here? I came to help you. I have the serum. How did you find me? It wasn't easy, believe me. I think I'm nearing my goal. Beware of illusions. Alone and sick you won't get far. After coming this far, can you still doubt the existence of vampires? Father Arno, I beg of you, get back in touch with reality. You are the victim of visions. I've taken a long trip to save your life and your reason. Speak faster. Have you seen Peckmaster? Don't worry, he is no longer a threat to us, for us. I consulted documents that are very compromising for you. Really, don't let our enemies deceive you. I have other documents with me that will prove my good faith. How convenient. I also have more documents with me that confirm your evil. Father Arno, till now I haven't wanted to alarm you, but your tests have confirmed what I suspected. You're suffering from a powerful variant of P syndrome, a type with a very rapid evolution that can alter your thinking. Come up quickly to me. I have the serum. Should we save and see what happens? Let's do it.
Hey! Answer me, please!
I can't
Your
go up.
life depends on it.
He shot me. What a jerk.
We have to talk. It's important.
For the love of God, don't tarry. We absolutely must put a stop to the process. Yeah, he's evil, we know. Alright.
Hey! Answer me, please! Your life depends on it.
Alright. Let's give him a Bible. He likes to read, doesn't he? No? Okay. Give him some garlic in a box. Yeah.
Hey! Come back up!
Give him some ashes of a vampire.
Hey! Father Arno, it's Professor Kruger.
Oh, an empty pouch. Okay. Empty vessel, rowan berries, bomb, Bible, ashes, wild rose branch,
Hey! Come back
forked
up!
stick. Can I light him on fire? Huh? I don't have any other like vampire fighting tools, do I? I need that serum. That's right. I need the anti-vampire serum. How can I get the anti-vampire serum from him without him shooting me in the face?
We have to talk. It's important. You are in danger. Be careful.
How can I put the bomb on him?
Hey, Father.
Okay. What else can I do to this bro? Dracky B, what are you vulnerable to? You're not very happy to see me, at least. Feather?
He's wearing it, priest. He won't come.
Sledgehammer? What? I like don't have very many items. Empty pouch, Bible. He doesn't want the Bible. How do I get him to give me the serum?
Hey! Answer me, please. Your life depends on it.
I don't know what to do. There's got to be another object here I can interact with.
We have to talk. It's important. You are in danger. Be careful. Hey, come back.
Am I seriously going to need a hint for this? What? I haven't tried the berries. That's it.
Come back up.
The berries hurt him? Why on earth do the berries hurt him? Does the wild rose bush also hurt him? It does? Why does that hurt him? What? An illusion. It was just an illusion. And now I've lost all my weapons. But what? Why, hello there. It's Maria! Oh my god. / Martha. Ando! I'm so happy you've made it this far. You're going to succeed. Maria, but can I really call you that? Yes, that is the name I chose. The old one was Martha, as you've doubtless understood. What happened to you? When I was Martha, hidden by a veil, happiness was forbidden me. So I lived to care for others. When I learned that it wasn't illness that took their lives, I looked to see where the responsibility lay. I followed the path. I arrived before the Master. He offered me the unthinkable, eternal beauty, a life unveiled. So you have become the servant of Dracula. That's a privilege, Arno. In a bit, I'll leave you alone and he will approach you. Above all, don't do anything rash. Seize the opportunity. Without you, I wouldn't have found the Turkish prison and would have never made it this far. Why did you help me? Don't you know why? I really wanted you to follow the path. I did everything in my power to help you, and would have done even more if the Master had allowed it. I wanted you to join me, Arno, to share my new life. Oh, she's going to play the romance card, isn't she? That body that I destroyed, lying in a sarcophagus, was it an image of Dracula? An illusion meant to make you understand it's vain to struggle against him. So, Martha's death was all a fake. All a fake? I prepared a brew with plants that made me fall into a cataleptic fit. They carried me to the grave. The Master took me out of it, then led me to the castle. After the final trial, the wounds on my face healed. My body was rejuvenated. I then came back to the dispenser using the identity of Maria. Isn't it strange to think that some people take you for a saint? It is. The villagers needed the supernatural to help them bear their existence. They made me a saint, and the diocese seized the hold of the occasion. Their mistake turned out happily, since it brought you here and allowed us to meet. Fate brought us together. Tell me how you passed the 7 trials. First, I went to the Turkish prison. The Master learned of that. Nothing escapes him. Upon my return, he wanted to test me. One of his men came to the dispensary. I fled, but he pursued me to the Broken Oak. There, I grabbed his weapon and shot twice. I think that was when the Master looked favorably upon me. I pursued my route, picking weeds from my garden and burning my pigeon loft. Then I drank the sleeping brew to awaken in the castle. So those were the trials. So the sacrifice doesn't mean to sacrifice someone; it just means to kill someone. Is what I'm interpreting, because she just shot someone. She burned her pigeons, and she took she went to sleep in. She took a sleeping draught, her cataleptic thing. Thus, you passed into the camp of the murderers. I didn't kill, except to defend myself. That brute of an inspector, I had to kill him under the oak. I had to. But I haven't murdered anyone. I'm a doctor, if you recall. Not yet, but you serve a murderer. No, a hunter. The eagle and the tiger must kill to eat. That is in their nature. But becoming a tiger, or even the accomplice of a tiger, is to renounce human nature. You won't have the choice. Facing the Master, you are naked, defenseless. He speaks to you, and you listen, trembling. Like you, I approached him with the mad idea of combating him. How pretentious! He could have destroyed me in a breath. But instead, he chose to offer me life. I owe him everything. What do you know of Father Gregorio's illness? That is, the Master required that he be driven from the village. He knew many things, you see. So I did what I had to do to weaken him, without killing him. Like I said, I don't kill. You drank his blood? You visited his room during the night? Do I really have to talk about it? Can't I have some secrets? And those dreams where I saw you? Perhaps they were more than just dreams. Who killed Stefan Luca? Janos, to accomplish the trial of the sacrifice and to get rid of a rival. How do you know that? How do you know that? He boasted of it to me. Who killed Professor Irina Boxau? Janos again, to accomplish the trial of punishment and to steal a manuscript. Who placed a bomb in my room? Janos again. He tried everything to eliminate you. What happened in the dispensary? Kruger harassed me for weeks to finish her analysis, but I always found some pretext to put off the job, so he lost patience and sent Janos to me. Kruger attached a great deal of importance to those tests. He pretended to be looking for a serum, but he never believed the P syndrome was an illness. The imposter! He wanted the analysis to identify prey, and that way work his way up to the Master. So, Janos came to me escorted by one of his friends, a thug from the Iron Guard. I pretended to collaborate, but I was trying to buy time. The battery was dead. I didn't know where I'd put the acid, the Schwartz filament burned out, etc., etc. I knew the Master was watching the dispensary and that he would intervene. He killed the thug and knocked Janos out. We put their bodies in coffins. Did you see me? You passed right by me. I was in the storeroom, behind a door hidden by wreaths of flowers. Was Dracula with you? Yes. We were waiting for one of his men to come and get us in a truck. He locked you into the laboratory while we loaded the coffins. So I left without being able to speak to you, but I thought that you would read my message in the mist. Why did Dracula spare Janos? To subject him to the final trials of the path, but you succeeded before he did. I finished the analysis of myself and sent the results to Kruger. Really? You gave him a fine present. He must have understood immediately who I was and how far you had progressed on the path. Not surprising, then, that he came straight off to lend a hand to Janos. You must have heard them. They're up there near the well, furious they can't come down. That's right, I did identify Maria as a vampire very early. Just what part does Kruger play? He is one of the leaders of the Thule Society, of which Janos is also a member. Do you know of a brochure called The Lords of Twilight? Yes, I looked through it at Irina Boxau's. Well, it's Kruger who wrote it, using a pen name. Janos and Kruger are very dangerous, I said, talking to a vampire. Not anymore, since you beat them to it. Win the Master's favor, and they will never reach their goal. What do you know of the Vesnici Foundation, which owns the dispensary? It's the Master who controls it. Early in the century, he preferred disappearing from public life to manage his affairs secretly. A charitable foundation is an excellent cover. When I was Martha, I didn't suspect for an instant that I was working for the dragon. You may leave now. I'm ready to meet Dracula. Very careful, Arno. Don't defy the Master or he'll crush you. Don't lie to him or he'll know. Answer correctly and he'll give you immortality. Farewell, Maria. Farewell. You have to succeed. Think of us. She runs her finger along her thigh. Couldn't decide which she would touch to seduce me. I do really like this game. This is an excellent ending as well. I really like the design of this game. I just wish the puzzles were a little more organized. And the UI a little better. Okay. I'm on fire. Here he is. My God, make him approach me very close. Then I'll be able to act. You, priest! You think you are at the end of your ordeals. You are wrong. It is now that you risk the worst of them. Do not disappoint me, or else. To come unto me you have desecrated a tomb, burned a chapel, poisoned a spring. How shall I judge your deeds? I must find the answers he expects in order to gain his trust. And if he comes closer, I'll go for all or nothing. In addition to what you've said, I've burned the cross in the Bible, and I'm not ashamed of my acts. Okay. So I'm not supposed to lie, but I am supposed to present myself in the right way. Let's try this one. Only one being can judge, he who sees all and reads in the secrets of hearts. Perhaps you have spoken well, or perhaps you are already condemned. You shall not know until after you satisfy my curiosity. Hello. I can hear you breathing, priest. You are suffocating, are you not? I know that you do not much like the depths, but remain clear-headed, for if you make a single mistake, I will hang your skin on the walls of my crypt. He's a little silly. I think they should have made him beautiful instead. They should have made him pristine, like an emperor. Everyone treats his enemies in his own way. I used to impale them, or drown them in the latrines. You act in a very different way. Twice your enemy Janos was at your mercy, and you spared him. Why? I think this one. What pleasure is there in killing a man who does not fear death? Your answer will weigh heavily on your fate. Perhaps it pleased me, or perhaps it doomed you. Whatever is true, let us go on. This is a cool end sequence. So you were told he knows when if you're lying, but you have to answer such that he gets closer. I want to know what is on your mind. I have always been curious. Once I had one of my concubines ripped open from top to bottom, to see with my eyes the place I had visited. Let us talk of our little Maria. She is beautiful. You desire, do you not? Oh, I really want to remaster this game. I would make this so sexual at this point. I would really play onto the sort of like guilt that this character should be feeling. Yes, I desire her. What a strange priest you are. Dogs are afraid of you. Men insult you in hushed voices, but you hear them, do you not? Now your hearing is keen, and you see in the dark like a nocturnal beast. You are beginning to resemble me, priest. Do you know why? I have traveled the path. Yes, as I did before you. But let us see how far your knowledge stretches. Will you be able to tell me who initiated me? Who gave me immortality? Wasn't it Lilith? I think it was Lilith. No, these people... I think it was Lilith. You have spoken, and the words you uttered will determine if you live or if you die. I hear your heart beat and your arteries throb. It has been a long while since I drank the blood of a priest. Do you fear me? My heart is beating. My character is anyway. You perceive my weaknesses, but do you know your own? Are you ever afraid? I guess this is the right one. This one's interesting. It's a weird sort of, hey, let's make this a philosophical discussion. I know myself. Do you know you? I fear and respect you. I sense on you the odor of tears, of sweat, of blood. You suffered to come this far. Why? I'm gonna be honest here. I can't lie to this. Tell me, priest, you can't have come with the absurd idea of fighting me. Like Siegfried, I was resolved to do anything to reach my goal. It's a good answer, but it comes too late, for you were already condemned. I forgive no error. You behave like an earthworm, and like an earthworm you shall be crushed. I lost? Okay. Let's see how far back it throws me. Okay. We'll do the same things again, but we'll change our final answer. Yeah, I think this game would have an amazing, like, modern readaptation. Lilith the Rebel, I believe. I fear and respect you. I wanted to combat you, but I've realized that all weapons are powerless against you. We have played enough, priest. You are not worthy of my interest. Join all of those who have the arrogance to give me lessons. Okay. Alright. We'll stick with my previous answers at first, and we'll try something else for the last one. Lilith the Rebel? I fear and respect you. We'll try this. I have come to wrest your immortality from you, even if I must bathe in your blood to do so. Okay. We'll try once more. And then we'll start changing other answers. I still think it was Lilith. She was definitely she was one of the first vampires. Bathory was after him. Fear and respect. I didn't come to fight you, but to pay homage and receive immortality. We have played enough, priest. Okay. So he's saying that I'm being too grovelly. I expect it's like a point system, where we're trying to... there's like too high and too low. From too low, he'll crush me like an earthquake. If I'm too high, he'll kill me because I defy him. And I expect each of them has like a point value. Calling out that you're gonna kill him is defiance. We want low value things, I think. I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. Lilith the Rebel. Alright. Let's change this one. I provoke fear. I do not feel it. Let's assume him laughing is a good response. I wanted to combat you, but I've realized that all weapons are powerless against you. Okay. So I was arrogant in that case, so I got too many points. I had no choice. What pleasure is there in killing a man who does not fear death? If we fail this time, we'll look at a hint. I do think the right answer to this is just to say I desire her. And the last question. Since I have come here, let's try this. He said ha ha ha. Let's try this. It was again too high. Alright, let's check a hint. It might be that there's only one path, I'm not sure. Let's see. No more hints. Let's see what the hint is. All right, when Dracula appears, you have to answer each of his questions with one correct answer. You won't even know if you're right until you've answered them all. A one wrong answer will get you royally roasted. So it's 6 questions. You have to answer all of them correctly. Okay. That's a little aggressive. I would have been more flexible. Do not lie to Dracula. What's the real reason you did everything you did? You did it to get to Dracula since there was no other way. Okay. So it's there was no other way. Yes, I spared Janos. Third question is, yes, I desire her. I was right about that. Fourth question is, yeah, Lilith. I was right about that. Am I gonna only have been one question off? I do not fear you since I have come here. Okay, I was not choosing that one. All right, and then it's Siegfried. Okay. Let's do this. I had no choice. Yes, I spared Janos, now I am here before you. That's actually just not an answer to his question. I just didn't answer him. I just told him what I did. He asked me why. Yes, I desire her. Lilith the Rebel. What was this one? I do not fear you since I have come here. I don't even know what that means. Like Siegfried. Good answer. Fortunately for you, you will receive the blood of the dragon without fighting. For I have judged you worthy. On your knees now for your baptism in blood. The music changed.
To your hands, Lord, I entrust my soul.
How dare you!
The bell has caved in.
Conduct! We'll never reach the crypt.
Don't talk that way, Beckermeyer. Never say never.
I survived?
Obstructing the passage. It would take massive equipment.
Patience. Someday we'll come back.
I can't believe I survived. My body is whole. Okay. That was it. We did it. I think I would have preferred to be able to choose whether or not I became immortal or not. Rather than just suicide bomb there. What's this? Is this a post-credit scene? The return of Dracula during World War II? What's that movie with Al Pacino about the devil?
The game is up. You're a spy in the service of the Third Reich. In August 1941, you left England carrying secret documents, which were stolen, needless to say, and met Heinrich von Kruger. A few weeks later, this same Kruger was in Romania, in your company, where you both participated in a top-secret mission. Operation D.
You seem to know a great deal, Captain Cunningham.
Yes, but what we don't know is the nature of Operation D. You will give us an explanation, I trust.
The tea drinking.
Does the name Vlad Tepesh mean anything to you?
Tepesh.
Vlad Tepesh, Dracula, the vampire.
You don't believe in vampires, Captain? If you had seen what I have seen, you would know that I am in deadly earnest.
We did it! Yeah. So let's summarize my thoughts. I think that this game had a ton of potential, and it was almost there. It didn't work out. I don't think this was a particularly good game. I would recommend it to people, but with a guide, or maybe some sort of handcrafted support. A lot of the puzzles just don't have the right hints to them, or any hints. And I do think the ending could have been better in a lot of ways. This is the sort of game that I think needs a remake, and if it had a remake, it would be amazing. A lot of it needed to be connected. Like, why is Luana even in the game or knowledgeable about anything? This puzzle in particular. Oh my god, the library. That was so bad. Oh, the library. But it had a ton of puzzles I really liked. It had a lot of good writing, and it had a lot of... I really liked the character models, even though they kind of looked a little silly. I like the story design, where it's all about you sort of becoming a vampire accidentally, or as you get further into like this lore, you become obsessed and fixated with it, and drawn towards the path of the dragon yourself. And it's all about interpreting the path of the dragon and working your way towards immortality, while like finding out all of these huge mysteries and reveals about the different characters along the way. I think all of that is just great. What doesn't work is the hints that this game gives, or not hints isn't the right word, but like the telegraphs, the things directing you to approach puzzles in particular ways. Those are basically all terrible. They're all vague. They're either absent or vague, or they're just straight up misleading. And the ending. I think I would adjust some things about the ending. In particular, Dracula's model and his presence, like the way he's presented to you. And I would also let the ending be... I would make it so you could choose to either become a vampire or suicide bomb. And I would let the choices you make represent a wider variety of character or player interpretations of what their journey through the story was. Like, if this were a game where you could go through the story of, like, investigating all of the vampire lore and slowly making your way through the path of the dragon, and interpreting those as either a holy journey or a journey into darkness, into temptation, and then at the end being able to choose and make all of your interpretations of your actions meaningful, that would have been amazing. That's not what happened, but this is what I would do if I were remaking the game. And I think that all of those things that I've mentioned are very easy changes that could be made and would matter a lot in the quality of the game. But yeah, that's basically my thinking. I will probably remember this game for the rest of my life, to be honest. It had so many things that I really liked about it. I will definitely be playing Dracula, the fourth and fifth Dracula games. Although I hear those are more like 1 and 2 than 3. Like more campy and more silly and more straightforward. But I expect... Well, I lament that this is probably not the type of game we'll see again from this company. I actually wish more games like this. There is a game, I think it's called Chinatown Detective Agency. That's somewhere on my list. That has a kind of interesting approach. You have to do real world research as part of it as a point and click adventure. And that's like an interesting exploration of this idea. But I do think that this game probably does it better because there's a lot of real world problems with a game that has you do real world research. Like, for example, people posting what the answers to those puzzles are. And since you're Googling things, whatever, I'm not going to talk about that. But this game with like her story or any of the other sort of document mystery games that have come out in like the last 10 years, like Her Story, or this. I feel like there's another obvious one besides Her Story. It's not coming to me, but whatever. Or things like This House Has People in It, like, and all those meta stories. Like, this needed to be like a meta narrative in a lot of ways. That would have been cool. Anyway, I'm gonna end the recording here now. I will see you all in the next game. I haven't quite decided what it's gonna be. Mike, the game I played before this was Deathgate, which was very good. Deathgate was amazing, and I did commit to play another Legends Entertainment game. I bought Mission Critical, which has Michael Dorn in it, who's a Worf from Star Trek. I thought that was a cool enough combination of things that I'd play that. It might be the next one I play. It might not be. I'll when I sit down to start the recording, I'll figure out what I want to do and what I'm feeling. But that's currently the plan. So I will see you all then. Bye.